One clean sheet away from home in the Premier League last season. We've done it already this year, so really encouraging signs.
As we hand you back to Arsenal Nation Live, full time here. Newcastle 0, Arsenal 1.
Very, very encouraging signs indeed. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Rob. Guys, how good did that feel? We are starting our campaign with a win away at Newcastle.
Absolutely top stuff. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean, right? At the end of the day, it was incredibly, incredibly important to get the win today. Now, you look at our season, we've come off the back of a really encouraging summer with all of our business goings on, but you know, if we didn't necessarily get over the line today, it would have been like, oh, now we've got some tough fixtures coming over. We can start with a win. We've got Burnley at home. Let's get another win there. And then we're looking at the season going, who can't we take on? We've had the other really encouraging thing is Martinelli got game time. He looked really good, lots of pace. Ceballos, you know, and Pepe got on and got those early, you know, feelers out the way. You felt what the Premier League at least feels like. I'd like to see them both get some game time at Burnley so then they can move in and start being a part of our match day starting lineups and our squad. So, yeah, just nothing but a positive overall. Really, really good start for Arsenal.
I love that shift in optimism there from Johnny. Nigel, what did you take from today's game?
Yeah, well, he's changed his tune, hasn't he? Telling the manager he should have had all different players started, you know.
I think they should have.
Shall I give it to you in a sentence?
Yeah, I think they should have, but still.
No, I mean, listen, I said to you at half-time, I thought Arsenal in the first half were in control of the game. They just needed to try and be more cutting, if you like, in terms of their passing. The goal was sensational. Maitland-Niles read the pass, burst forward, execution of the cross and a finish by Aubameyang, and you know, it's just a case of seeing out the game. And like Johnny said, new players came on, got some minutes. I've got a sneaky feeling it may be 2 or 3 weeks before we see them all starting to bed in. But you just need that. After bringing all those signings in, it would have gone so flat if we didn't get the victory today. Now everyone, I think, will have a bit of renewed optimism with the season going through. Burnley next, and then a couple of big games coming up. So it's a good start.
It definitely is a good start. Well, let's talk about our man Aubameyang then. Lots of people talking about him online, and we've got some lovely stats here from our friends at Opta. 33 since his Premier League debut for Arsenal in February 2018. Only Mo Salah has scored more. So I believe it's 50 appearances for Arsenal and 33 goals. Absolutely incredible. Another one here, 25.6% since his Premier League debut in February 2018. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has had the best shot conversion rate of the 68 players to have scored 6+ goals in the competition. Absolutely incredible stuff. And there's a little summary there. Goals after 50 games. That is a pretty impressive stat. He really is incredible, isn't he? How good is it to have him as part of our team? And just how important is he as part of our plan moving forward?
Well, I think the thing is, you look at the team today, and again, I'll stand by the fact I do think the lineup should have been a bit different, but ultimately it doesn't matter now anyway. But what you would say about the lineup at the start was when you've got Aubameyang in the team, you've always got that chance because he is. When you look at the league, he is a premier talent. So you're talking about Mo Salah, you're talking about, I have to say his name, Harry Kane as well on it. Sorry, guys. But, you know, you're talking about Sergio Aguero, elite players who will make the difference. Now, just looking at the game and those chances where you're like, oh, it's not quite there, you just know if he gets that chance, he will finish it. And it's so comforting as an Arsenal fan to know that you've got someone who is not going to fluff lines, OK? You look at, like, a team like Newcastle, a different end of the league, if you like, probably going forward, and the strikers they're dealing with, we've got one who gets a chance, whack, it's a goal, somersault, see you later, we're heading upwards. That's the way he rolls. Absolutely great, and yeah, he's just a pleasure to have in our team.
He is such a gem, isn't he, Nigel? A great finish and just always so cool as well. Just so unfazed by it all, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he has periods when he's not involved in the game, and that's why I like to see Lacazette up alongside him. I think Lacazette brings him into the game a lot more. But you know with Aubameyang is that if he gets an opportunity, he's usually going to score. And you know, those stats just tell you everything you need to know. He's a sensational goal scorer. and will continue to be for with Arsenal, because he puts himself into the right areas. And once the ball across from Maitland-Niles was perfect, just with the control. Once he controlled it, I'm shouting goal. So you just know what's going to happen.
You certainly did. Well, let's talk about that Maitland-Niles assist then, shall we? Absolutely brilliant from him, and loads of you are loving him at home, with shades of early Bellerin on that. Another one here from Dan. Thanks for getting in touch. That was a lovely finish, but it's all Maitland-Niles. Yeah, it was. It was brilliant assist from him. From interception to delivery, perfect stuff from Maitland-Niles. And a final one here. He's now already provided as many assists this season as he managed in his previous 2 Premier League campaigns combined. Just how big a season is Ainsley going to have this year?
It's difficult to say, isn't it, really? Because, first of all, I thought he was excellent today. Really, really strong performance. And, you can understate how good that ball is. That is an excellent, excellent pass. And when you looked in the first half, how frustrated we were with that final end ball, just not quite the quality that we mentioned at half-time, that is an absolutely excellent ball that anyone in the league would be proud to have delivered. But in terms of what he's going to do this year, I think he's got a real battle on his hands, in all honesty, because our first choice right-back is coming back. So I'm not saying he can't push on and establish himself as the right-back, but my guess is that Bellerin will be our starting right-back by the end of the season. I love Hecky Bells. I think he provides... The thing is, Maitland-Niles has done really, really well when he's come in, but I feel like Bellerin's more natural in that position and gives you the same outlet with his pace as well. So if Maitland-Niles is going to make the right-back position his own, he's going to need to be really, really consistent and just, consistently putting in fantastic performances before Bellerin gets back.
Nigel, do you think that Ainsley can fight off Bellerin for that spot?
I think Bellerin will come back in. If he can regain that real fitness. I think when you've had a serious injury, you're always waiting to see how the player develops. But if Bellerin gets back to his very, very best, he'll take the right-back slot. We have to remember as well that it's not a natural position for Maitland-Niles. He's still adapting, he's still learning. If you want to call it criticism, the one thing that I would say to him is that he really needs to focus on is that occasionally within games, he's having some really strong games, and then mentally he switches off. He goes to sleep, and it costs the team that crucial error. And that's what I talked about earlier. When you're playing in that back four, consistency. The more consistent you become, the more of a legend you become at your club. And that's his aim. He's got all the attributes. He's quick. He's got all the energy. He can deliver the right pass if need be. It's just that. It's not even the defensive side where I'm talking about tackling, because that's a little bit gone away from the game. Positioning and mental awareness of what's around you. And if he gets that right, like 90% of the time, then, it'll turn into a good fight, I think, between that right-back position. And it won't just naturally say, well, Bellerin's going to come in and take his place. But if you ask him at the moment, I'm saying to you, Bellerin's going to come in, but then that will make it interesting for Maitland-Niles to see whether he can maybe establish himself in midfield as well. But I just feel at the moment that he's still learning that position, if you like. He's still very, very young, but I'm pleased for him today because he got a lot of criticism last week.
Now, not only did we get the win today, but of course we also kept a clean sheet. That is something we only managed once away from home in the whole of last season. A tweet here, Arsenal firepower will win them numerous games, even when they play averagely. All about keeping a clean sheet. That's a huge thing for us, isn't it? That's probably the biggest thing we can take away from today's game. We're off the mark with a clean sheet. Nigel, how pleased were you with that?
I'm delighted. I was smiling as you were reading that out, because I was thinking, I've played in many an average game where you've come away with a 1-0 or 2-0 victory, and by tomorrow morning, everyone's forgotten. They're just saying 3 points. Thank you very much. Clean sheets set you up so much to being able to take away a victory, obviously, because we just saw there, we didn't have lots of chances today. Well, I was thinking maybe 3, maybe 4 maximum. But if you got the clean sheet, you're not scrambling for a draw, you're nicking a 1-0 victory. Boring Arsenal, here we come again.
Let's let's talk about our new signings then. Ceballos and Pepe have come under a little bit of fire so far on social media. People may be jumping the gun ever so slightly. Ceballos gonna need some time to adjust to the game. He's trying to bear Joga Bonita flicks and that. I like that he's confident, but let's just win, Darg. OK, so maybe people getting a little bit, you know, ahead of themselves here. He needs to start doing the simple stuff first, trying Hollywood flicks and passes. Another one here, thanks for getting in touch. Imagine thinking you know about football whilst judging Pepe on 5 minutes of football when he's not even fully match ready and not even been fully integrated into the squad. Pepe will need time to settle. We will be patient. People are getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Maybe the negativity online is they're jumping the gun a bit, Nigel. Do you think that's fair to say?
I don't think it was negativity. I think it's saying, and exactly what I was thinking myself, when you see these guys come on, we want to see them come on. They're new signings. We're excited to see them. But when you see Ceballos, with the first time he gets the ball, he's trying a little back flick through in midfield. And I'm thinking, if I'm standing there, he's going to get a rocket. And I think that's where, you know, I say sometimes in this team, I think we're a little bit nice because the social media comments are absolutely right. Control the ball, pass it, keep it moving. You know, it's great. We know, I've watched clips of him. He's got super talent. But when you're a fan and you're sitting there, you're hanging on 10 minutes or so to go, and you're thinking, just pass the ball, just keep it moving, just hold your position, don't be anything stupid. And then you see someone do a little flick like that. And if it comes off, you go, "Oh, what a player!" But when you're under a little bit of pressure, you go, "What the heck's he doing?"
It is easy to overreact, though, isn't it?
Of course, because we've got the social media now, we're reacting to every touch, every second that a player is on the pitch. It's going to take these players time to settle down and into the squad. And that's what I was saying to you is we all want to see them straight away, but they're going to be integrated over a period of time. I don't think we're going to see them all playing together. I don't think within the first 8 to 10 games of the season.
Yeah, Johnny, we need to give these guys a bedding-in period, surely, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is the good side of that, the fact that they have got on and they've done their flicks and stuff, is they get to learn. You can't come out here and do that stuff, you know. At the end of the day, when you're sitting on the bench, and this doesn't matter what level of football you've been playing at, whether it's Premier League or, you know, Sunday morning, you sit there and you think, when I come on, I'm going to do this, this and this. And that's what everyone does. It's your natural mentality. You come on the pitch and you realise, oh, I've tried that, it's not worked out, you know. And they will all know that actually we're not going to be able to get away with certain things we might have been able to get away with when we're playing for Real Madrid against Getafe or something like that, you know. It's a different level here, and I'm pleased that they've all got about half an hour, including Pepe. Some encouraging things from Pepe. Lovely feet at one point, really exciting. And Martinelli as well. And you just getting them, you know, that 20 to 25 minutes under their belt, so they know the pace of it, is going to be, you know, priceless for us, particularly if it goes into next week and one, maybe two of them are starting. So I was really pleased to see them.
And it gives us something new to talk about with the new players coming into the squad. You know, we're not discussing the same sort of things week in, week out, where everybody was getting so frustrated last season, particularly towards the end of the season. Now we're looking at a slightly different formation, new players coming in, where they're going to fit in, who's going to drop out, you know, how long before they should start. I just think it gives us a different view going forward, different attitude to look at some new players. I think it's great.
Now we're going to end with the Arsenal Academy then. They've got lots of people buzzing and the internet reacted like this. So they're saying they're better than La Masia in Barcelona. Talk about an overreaction. We love an overreaction here on Arsenal Nation Live. Well, we hope you have enjoyed the show. Great to be off the mark. First win of the season. Huge thank you to our wonderful guests, Nigel Winterburn and Johnny Cochran. Johnny's got a smile on his face. That's the main thing. We don't like angry Johnny.
He's never angry.
No.
Apart from last season.
Passionate, that's what we say. We love a passionate Johnny. We'll make sure you tune in next weekend on Arsenal Nation Live when we take on Burnley at home.